The intruders broke into the house and kidnapped the couple. The woman was terrified and trembling, but her husband stood by, making sarcastic comments.
Se om du blir tillfälligt nå, vet du.
Before Lars could finish his sentence, one of the kidnappers gave him a filthy grin. Within seconds, two strong men grabbed him and slammed him face down on the pool table. Lars never expected that he would be their real target. He begged them to let him go. Meanwhile, another kidnapper approached his wife, telling her to hand over all their money, but Lisa refused to cooperate. Remembering how her husband had mocked her earlier, she felt a dark sense of satisfaction watching him beg, yet seeing him on his knees, she couldn't bring herself to ignore him completely, so she promised the kidnappers that she would withdraw $150,000 for them in the morning, on the condition that they wouldn't hurt her or her husband. The terrifying scene left Lars shaken. After being locked in the basement, he stayed silent, kicking at the billiard balls on the table in frustration. They both hoped to survive the night, pay the ransom, and walk away alive. But suddenly, Lars snapped. He started shouting toward the floor above, ignoring his wife's desperate attempts to quiet him down. When the kidnappers came down, he calmly said he just needed to use the bathroom. Moments later, Lars came out with one bare foot. Before the kidnapper could react, he swung his sock at the man's face and knocked him unconscious. It turned out Lars had been playing with the billiard balls to craft a makeshift weapon for escape. He thought they could both get out alive. But, unexpectedly, Lars abandoned his tied-up wife and ran straight out of the house, watching his back disappear into the dark. Lisa's eyes filled with despair. Her husband had left her behind without a second thought. This time, she gave up on him completely. She forced herself to calm down, spotted the knife on the kidnapper's belt, and hooked it closer with her foot. Bit by bit, she cut through the rope around her wrists. Lisa rushed outside, but none of the cars had keys. Just then, the kidnappers realized their prisoners had escaped. While they went outside to search, Lisa slipped back into the house to find the keys, but the kidnapper she had knocked out regained consciousness.
Bingo!
Vad har du där?
Lisa tried to offer him more money for her freedom, but the injured man didn't believe a word she said. When she pointed the gun at herself, she noticed her husband sneaking down the stairs behind him. Lisa gave a cold, seductive smile, and decided to distract the man with her charm. Before she could even try, he had already dropped his guard completely, but then Lars accidentally stepped on an eggshell. The sound instantly gave him away. The man turned, tackled Lars to the ground, and smashed Lisa through a cabinet door. Luckily, she reacted fast, grabbed a can of pepper spray, and blasted it into his eyes. But the two of them were no match for the man's strength. As he pinned Lars down, choking the life out of him, Lisa lunged forward, threw her arms around the man's neck, and tried to strangle him. That's when Lars seized the moment and pulled the trigger.